Picture perfect night here on the banks of the Delaware in Chester. A 2-1 victory for the Philadelphia Union. Atop Section 113, welcome to our Union post-match show with Union defender Aurelian Collin. I'm Dave Leto, Sebastian Latu, and Lori Lindsay will join me just after this one. Aurelian, a great matchup tonight defensively. How was it back there against a Houston team that started off rather slow, but then Manotas and Christian Ramirez got some opportunities amid your goal?
Yeah, a very good team. We know that they would step down at the beginning of the game, and then they'd be very dangerous in the counter-attack. That's what they did. We controlled them pretty good the whole game, but we had a couple of slip-up, and they almost scored. But Dre or Jack was there to finish the game at the end.
Touch on your partnership with Jack Elliott in the back. Jack's played every minute for this team. You have fought your way into the starting lineup. What's it been like being paired with Jack since you've been in the starting lineup?
Yeah, very good. You know, that's the mentality of this club. It's team spirit, and whoever step on the field, Trusty, Mark McKenzie, Jack, or myself, we understand the philosophy, and you know, whoever's going to pair up is going to be a good pair. So no, it's always a pleasure to play with Jack and Trusty and Mark McKenzie too.
Take me through the game-winning goal by Jack Elliott. You had a terrific fight amid goal on that one. It was a beautiful ball crossed in by Montero. You were right in there to allow Jack bang it off the crossbar and home. But what did you see on that particular play to set up that opportunity?
I didn't see a lot. I just put my head wherever the ball was there. I got lucky. He went to the Jack direction, and Jack finished it.
You've been on several different clubs, including Sporting Kansas City, the New York Red Bulls. What's it like with the Philadelphia Union, the season that you're having now, back in first place, which you've been since the start of May?
You know, it's been a pleasure, you know. And as Jim said, the most important is to stay on top. And right now we've been building to get this mentality of fighting, and we show it today, you know, to make sure that we get the 3 points and we stay in the first in the East.
Take fans inside the locker room that are watching here on our set and at home right now. What's the competition like amid the squad? Because your head coach, Jim Curtin, often says it's sometimes a struggle for the coaching staff to find the best 11 to put onto the field, and also the 18 coming in. How tough is that in the competition amongst you guys at training coming into match day?
I think the beauty of this club is a team spirit, you know. We don't have any stars. We fight every day. Then after it's tricky, and it's hard for Jim to get the starting 11. But
congratulations on another successful night as the Union center back paired with Jack Elliott. That's Aurelian Collin. And there's Jack right near the Suns. A bit on the other side, Sebastian Latu and Lori Lindsay will join me for Union post-match. Performance by the Philadelphia Union. They improved to 13 wins on the year. They win it 2-1 over the Houston Dynamo. Back above Section 113, now joined by Sebastian Latu and Lori Lindsay. I'm Dave Leto. Guys, what were your thoughts on tonight's matchup?
For me, I really think about the game against Chicago, you know, when they won the last home game. Very slow tempo, not a lot of opportunity, and they find a way to win, which is the most important, is to win the game, to stay in first place, and they did it. So it really looked like the same game than Chicago, and they come again on top, so it's the most important for me.
Yeah, same. It's pretty slow tempo, not a ton of in action, but did enough defensively, did enough in the attack to get the much-needed 3 points and stay in the top of the East.
Yeah, they're now right back in front of Atlanta, who won earlier today against New York City FC. Let's go right to the highlights, guys. And Houston was sitting back in their 4-4-2. Union had a lot of ample opportunity out of the midfield, led to the first goal of the 18th minute.
Yeah, we don't see a lot Medujane, you know, kind of dribbling the ball, and he kind of pushed the ball a bit too far, and we took the goal for sure.
His 11th goal of the year for Kacper Shabilko has now scored 7 goals in the last 9 matches. And it continued, though, for Houston. Had a little opportunity, but the 42nd minute, Lori, it was a great cross by Beasley.
And when you have a slow tempo like this game, this is what can happen when you only have a 1-0 lead. Good ball in by DeMarcus Beasley. No one steps to Ramirez. Tight enough, and then he gets able to take a shot and then fire this one past the diving Blake.
But you have to give the Union credit tonight, because I thought they really hampered Tomas Martinez in this matchup as their number 10.
They did a very good job for sure, but you know, right at the end, before the first half, they got the goal, which is not the best time for a team. So luckily, they had a good reaction in the second half to get the win.
All right, so let's fast forward to half number 2, and an early chance here, the 42nd minute. A little bit trouble out of the back. It's Ramirez, and Jack Elliott clears it off the line just before goal.
Yeah, and Jack Elliott, I mean, obviously got the winning goal and then makes a big time save here early on in the second half. But this is kind of the feel to the game. Back to get the winning goal.
And this is what the Union have really improved here on set pieces, but this was waved off from Elliott here. The call was offside.
Yeah, we really jumped our seat. We thought it was good and no problem. First goal for Elliott on the second half, but unfortunately offside, which was the right call, so no goal for the Union.
I give a lot of credit to Pat Noonan, Nikolov, especially just bolstering those set pieces. There's another one, guys, a short corner here by the Union in the 77th minute. Look at the work rate by Osinio when he comes in off the bench.
And Osinio, Montero, all those substitutions would make a big impact in this game. Collin does a great job to throw his body to keep this one alive, and then it's Jack Elliott that finds the back of the net.
And yeah, and for me, on this play, it's who wants it more? Who wants to win the game? And you can see Elliott got the right mentality. He wanted more than anybody, and he got his head on it, and after on the crossbar and got the ball back to him. So it was a great thing for him.
Showcased right there, and as you see the updated table right now, the Union 3 points ahead of Atlanta as mentioned. They beat New York City FC, but as you see, those games in hand for New York City FC and Domi Turen's team, that's really important to watch out for the rest of the way.
It is, but this is what we talked about in the pregame, which is keep the destiny in your own hands for the Union. Not a great match in terms of the intensity in comparison to what we saw last week against DC United, but enough to get the much needed 3 points at home and keep them at the top of this conference, and that's exactly what you want to see going into this latter part of this season.
Yeah, for next weekend.
Yeah, now the club has won 3 of the last 4. On the other side, we'll hear from Union head coach Jim Curtin as the Union win it 2-1 over the Houston Dynamo.
Players looked excellent, seemed ready to go, and then we let ourselves down and have to kind of fight and scrap to get out of here with a win. So overall, just everybody can do better.
All right, back above section 113 with Laurie and Seba. You heard it right from the coach. Wasn't pleased with this matchup tactically, despite getting the 3 points. What do you take away from his comments?
I'm pretty, agree with him. It's what we were saying. It was not the best performer of the team, but they got the win. So let's just be happy with this for sure for the night. But I like the fact that he's still hungry, he's still humble. He knows it's first, and he does not content just with that. So it's a great mentality to attack the next game in Chicago, and he's going to push the guys to play much better in Chicago if they want to win over there.
And I think it's a sign of a good team, though, when you're not playing your best, but you're still able to get the 3 points that are needed, and you're looking at your team and saying, oh, these are controllables, these are things that we can take care of. I mean, the mentality's there.
Beaten the last 3 games. We'll get to that in just a second. But after that, you go DC, Atlanta, LAFC right here in Chester, and then against the rival New York Red Bulls. If this team finishes in first place in the Eastern Conference, they're going to earn it.
Definitely, they are going to earn it, but it's not easy game. They are all very good teams. They are going to fight for a spot on the East or the Western Conference. LFC is the best team in the West right now. But like said Jim, I think in an interview, the crowd was amazing tonight. Like the place was rocking, even if he was like not even playing, they were just clapping and having some fun. The player feels that, and you know that you want to win for them. So if the stadium is packed again for those games, which it will be, they are going to have lots of energy to win those games for sure.
I want to hit on the impact that Jabir Montero had on this match. He came in after the 50th minute and led to that game-winning goal by Jack Elliott. What did you both see from Jabir out there and what he means to this team? Could we see him back in that starting lineup the rest of the way?
Well, absolutely, and he brings composure, right? As soon as he came on the field, gets a few touches, makes a good. So I mean, but Montero again, composure, calmness in the middle of the park, and makes everyone better.
Yeah, he's a very good player. He's missing the team in a few games because of an injury, but having him back is really good. I think people are very easy to give him the ball, confidence to give him a good ball, and he can always like clear it and a good pass or a good shot and make a good opportunity. So it's great to have him back.
So you're going back on the road where they've struggled a little bit as of late on the road with those poor performances. I'm talking about the Montreal and RSL games, but about the Chicago Fire led by our former friend in CJ Sapong, who leads them in goals.
Yes, it's a tough game over there, so they have to be ready, and Chicago is going to be here to win. So hopefully they're going to be fighting very hard to get the win over there.
All right, that will do it for tonight. The Union are victorious 2-1 over Houston. For producer Jordan Strauss, director John Anderson, Sebastian Latu, Lori Lindsay, and our entire crew, this is Dave Leno saying thanks so much for watching. Good night, everyone.